What's up, guys? How you doing? Trace again at Live 3 Dream. Excited to be coming back to you with another final review. A while back, Rob over at Modern Made Man sent me one of his watches called the Belfort, and he wanted me to look at that watch, do some reviews with it, put it through its paces. If you haven't already seen the unboxing video, I would beg you to go watch that one. Check that one out first, so you kind of see my initial thoughts of the watch from first unboxing and putting on the wrist. Obviously, I've had the watch now for a couple of months. I've been able to wear it very consistently. I love this watch, so I find myself going to it in my watch roll quite a bit, just in a normal way. That's been really fun for me to see how it looks in different lights, what it does with different outfits, different straps, different ways of wearing it, and all the different levels of enjoying a watch, especially in the way that we like here at Live 3 Dream. Again, Rob did a great job in designing this one. It's a very robust watch. I have knocked this on a door frame of my car. Again, I've been out, doing my job around the office. I'm a coach by trade, so I've even had this on my wrist at practice. And this thing has held up and been great. Hasn't lost a second, has been accurate timing and all that stuff. And I think you'll see, from some of the lume shots that I'll provide, the lume on this watch is very unique. We're big lovers of lume here at Live 3 Dream. I'm a lume head. We love the Luminauts Instagram page. We try to get on Friday night lights as much as possible. We love that stuff. But again, I think, Rob's just done a lot of unique things in designing this watch. The depth of the dial is just, it kind of keeps going on and going on and going on, and it begs you to stare at it during the day. Different lighting does different things with this watch. I think a lot of people talk about that with different Seiko products, some of the Rolex watches, where that dial color can change and can reflect light in different ways in different settings that really makes the watch appear new again. And to us that has a wristwatch on our wrist every day, sometimes they can get boring. That's why we have multiple watches. So the cool thing about this Belfort is that it allows itself to be remade throughout the day in different lights. And I think that's a really cool character and quality of this small micro brand. The cool thing about Rob over at Modern Made Man USA is that he's got lots of products. He's got sunglasses, he's got watches, he's got different things going on. He expects to launch some more products early here in the fall into the holiday season. So stay tuned to his website and his Instagram for that. I'll put links to all that stuff in the comments below. Please check out those links so that you can support Rob and what he's doing. He was kind enough to provide us a watch for this review, and again, we can't thank him enough for that kindness. So we'll get this camera flipped and I'll show you what I think, and I'll kind of give you some of my up-close shots of the watch and obviously give you more of my thoughts. But overall, I really love how much of a strap monster this watch has turned out to be. I've had it on brown leather, I've had it on black leather, I've had it on NATOs, both the Bond style with the gray and black stripes and the blacked out NATOs. And again, I just think the list can go on and on for this watch. He's got several colorways, the full silver, the black and silver, the silver and black on his site for you to check out and look at. So again, I feel like there's something for every guy as far as being a staple watch that can go with many different outfits. He's dressed this thing down to be a sporty watch, to be doing all things athletic and outdoors, but he's also dressed it up with suits and nice attire on his website and on his Instagram page that you can see that really looks sharp. So really excited about this watch, excited to have it as long as I already have. It has turned into a staple in my watch roll, and no matter what, once, twice, 3 times a week, I'll look back and now this increasing watch roll, and I keep going for this one. So it's a really cool testament with what Rob is doing with his watches, and I think you're going to like what you see when you get the camera flipped. So without any further ado, let's flip this camera. If you haven't already hit subscribe, please do support what we're doing here at Live 3 Dream. There's some cool giveaways going on right now, so make sure you stay tuned to our Instagram at Live 3 Dream Co. Find us over there on Instagram as well, but please bring your friends over to the channel, hit subscribe so we can grow the fam. So thanks so much. Let's get the camera turned. Let's go. All right, guys, let's take a look at the Belfort a little closer. Obviously, in the unboxing video, we talked through the packaging, but just want to talk a little bit more about packaging real quick. Rob, is totally hooked us up. You get this awesome Pelican style case, a really cool bead on the end of your lanyard here. And then obviously, in opening it up, you have all your instructions for the watch. A simple book, but obviously if you're new to automatic watches, it tells you about winding it and keeping it and all that stuff. But the other cool thing, man, is he includes this really cool black NATO. I've had it on this NATO. It's a high quality NATO. Again, looks very good with the watch, and it's black and silver colorway. But I've also used this case already to transport other watches, whether it be putting the Belfort back on its foam holder with other bands, or whether I've taken it out completely and put different watches in here in a different kind of styrofoam that I kind of cut up and kind of macro made for my own. I don't want to ruin his nice one that he made for me here that comes standard with his watches, because I think it fits the Belfort well. But guys, really, really cool packaging here. Just can't say enough about the details he's gone into. And again, it's kind of one of those things where he could have spared an expense there and he really didn't. Another cool detail here obviously is his leather products. One of the cool things about Modern Made Man is that it's not just watches. He has sunglasses, leather products. This leather watch, or this leather wallet has been great. I cleaned it back out again so that I could show it today, like in how you get it. But I've had this in my pocket and in my with my credit cards and cash in it, and it's a really cool handy wallet as well. The Belfort comes standard, the one I got on this carbon band. Very, very cool. The carbon fiber pattern in there is really neat. The stitching is great. I love that band a lot. I wore it probably for the first week or so solely on that band. And then, man, I just kind of went band crazy, strap crazy. It is a strap monster. I've had it on the black NATO here. I've also had it on what I call more of like a blacked out NATO. Right now I have my standard instrument Huckberry watch on it with the black, details there on the hardware, more of a Zulu strap, there with the bigger hardware. But yeah, really, really cool band there. Right now, I've kind of had it settled on the Bond style NATO with the gray and the black, just because obviously it plays on the blade, the gray and black details in the face and on the case. So let's just get into the review here. My overall thoughts of the Belfort is that it is a very versatile watch. I think Rob does a good job on his Instagram presenting it in the different lights. He's got it in some sportier pictures, but he's also got it in some really, high-end kind of dress style situations, more men's style type. And I think he's done a great job there of representing this watch and its versatility. The first thing that catches your eye about this watch is the depth of the dial. It's kind of got the cool, almost like carbon fiber brake pad type, cuttings out of it with like the little mill dots. Really cool detail there. You can tell, you get the sunburst effect on the dial there as the light plays off of it. This is a silver dial that matches the silver of the stainless steel brush sides of the case back and the case here. But the difference here is that it just picks up light and it just reflects all kinds of different colors. In some lights, especially in the sunsets in the evening, it's a gold almost looking dial. But in other lights, it's a cooler, crisper silver. So very cool in that way. But again, it's just the step down dial effect that you get. The Modern Made Man logo is so rad. I think, again, it kind of has a spider type effect to it. Really cool there. Simple Belfort printing there on the dial as well. You get the date over there at the 3 o'clock. The 2, 12, and 6 numerals are really high polished metal there in the indices are also in that same highly polished metal to stand against kind of the more brushed dial. But then the cool thing here you get is just the lume. I'll do a lume shot at the end, but those indices marker there at the 5-minute markers and then the triangle up top, it has an open effect to it. So it's like an opened square lume. Very cool, almost digital feel to it, like with a cool, digital vibe. You're going to get the 2 different colors here in my version. Rob has the all silver, the all black, and then obviously the silver and black, which is what I got. You have, look, the signed crown is so cool with the spider type logo there. That camera will focus in there for you guys. So cool there. And I'll go ahead, I'll take it off real quick so you can see the case back. You get the open case back. He's got the Miyota 9015 in here. It's got 20 ATM of water resistance, but I just think it's so cool, man. To have an exhibition case back with a micro brand is always cool. It's a pretty enough movement to look at. Obviously, it's not, jeweled out and precious metalled out like some of the high end watches. But I mean, I've stared at this thing. It's worth looking at, and it's worth showing somebody, especially somebody new to these kind of watches. So again, a lot of cool things going on, with the Belfort here. I have found, honestly, guys, that because it's such a strap monster, that I will honestly take this watch with me in my pocket. And I have a couple different, straps that I'll keep in this box. And I've taken it to work before, basically just the watch itself off of a band. And when I get to work after a workout and a shower, I'll put it on a different, NATO and just kind of go with what I'm wearing for the day. So that's been kind of a cool thing. Quick wristwatch check today. Today I have on loan from Random Rob over at his channel. Thank you so much to him, the Borealis Adraga. This thing is kind of an explorer, type inspired watch here. You can see some of the explorer design tendencies here. We'll do a review on this one soon, but this thing has been awesome as well with the white face for the more summer months. But let's go ahead, we'll get this one off. And we will put on Rob's Belfort right quick so you can get a wrist check of it. And we'll talk through some of the specs. It's got the stainless steel case. Obviously, it's brushed in some areas, a couple high polished surfaces that he does a good job of contrasting. You get the 20 ATM water resistance, so you can go and get in the water with this thing and not really feel like you're gonna get it wet and it's gonna be bad. Like I said already, it's got the Miyota 9015 movement in it. It's got a great wrist presence, man. It's a good size. The crown is a 7mm crown. He's got a 10-year warranty on the case and a 1-year warranty on the movement, which again, for a micro brand, I think is really cool. You don't see too many of the micro brands doing that as much. And so I really appreciate that. The case size is 42mm. Again, it falls right in that sweet spot for my wrist, having a bigger wrist. I think some guys maybe, with a smaller wrist could still pull this off. I think the dimensions are very doable. I don't ever feel like it sticks out off my wrist enough to be bulky. But again, you can kind of get a look at it there on the on-wrist feel. Another really cool detail that I like about this one is the end of that second hands. It gets all the way into the chapter ring there with the minutes and the seconds on it. And that lume tip on there is really, really cool. Because of the gray face and the black logo and black writing, the black second hand tends to pop off as much as anything else. And so I really like that about this watch. Obviously, your hand set is pretty simple here, pretty sharp, with the pointed straight hands. Again, they're going to be brushed in a similar look to the watch face, but there is a little bit of polishing to them so that they match the indices as well there. So again, a lot of details pulling together. You can tell on the case, a lot of brushing that looks really sharp and is well done, but I hope I can get right there. Yeah, there you can see it. That little, fold right here, this little detail on the case is high polished. So again, it's not all one finish. It's got some different details on it that make it look really, really great. Again, guys, overall with what you're getting, the carbon bracelet, the extra NATO, the really cool Pelican case that can be multi-use for other watches. I just feel like Rob has presented you with a big time value proposition. This is a bulletproof watch with a bulletproof movement. I felt like the time has kept extremely accurate. And again, some of these automatics and these micro brands, they're not accurate. And this one has stayed very, very well for me in keeping time. The other cool thing I like is the power reserve. Because this Miyota movement, I feel like I can get a day in the watch roll where I don't see it and don't wind it myself, and it still stays right. And I can come back to it a day or so later, and that thing is still winding and kicking, and it's great. So I couldn't say enough about the kindness of Rob to give us this for our review and to get it on the channel. I think he's got some things in store. He talks about having some more watches in the queue coming out this year, and obviously with his other products, the watch, the leather products, the sunglasses, I think he's really one you got to give a check out here in the watch fam for some of your style needs, man. So to Rob over at Modern Made, man, we appreciate you so much. Please, guys, give us a like, leave your comments and questions below, and I'll get them answered as soon as we can. So as always, if you haven't done it already, I hope you start living the dream. Thanks so much.